Hello there. I'm offering a course for those starting out in leadership, just a beginning introduction course to leadership and what it's about. And some of the questions I get are really intriguing for me. It is if I'm going to be a leader rather than an entrepreneur, somebody who is working by him or herself and running a business in their house. And if I'm going to become a small business person and I'm going to have people under me, people that I am responsible for, that I am paying, what changes do I need to make? Who do I need to become? Who you need to become is simply more of who you already are. It isn't about developing a different persona. It isn't about developing different skill sets. It's developing the skill sets you already possess in a more in-depth way, in a more powerful way, in a more authentic way. That if your style is to be a visionary leader, you are creative, you can think of ideas, and you have a project in mind, and you can think of 20 different ways you could use this, what you could do with it, how you could develop it, all of these multiple streams of income. Great skills. My advice is pick one. Pick one way you can do it, one way you can make it happen for you. Bring in the team you need to help you make that one go there. Bring in the person you need to help you stay focused on that one. Because when you go about scattering your focus, you go about scattering your interests, nothing gets done well. Clarity, focus, and direction really support you in getting started, supports you in making it happen. And it's wonderful that you're creative, that you are a creative leader with lots of ideas. Don't ever give that up. That's your natural gift. That's your natural style of leading. You lead others with your visions. What you do with that, however, is you bring in folks that help you make it happen. You bring in folks that support you. None of us are all strengths. We are vulnerabilities. We are strengths. We have fears. Every one of us has fears, and we will default to those fears on occasion. The difference is we can live in those fears, or we can go there for a couple minutes. And if you acknowledge who you are, that when I'm in fear, I do this. When a creative person goes into fear, they become extremely scattered. When a team leader goes into fear, they become very needy. When somebody who is a supportive leader goes into fear, they become somebody who is feeling overwhelmed, like a victim, powerless, stuck. When that visionary who can take your vision and bring it to the world goes into fear, they become very demanding and very controlling. When the organizational leader who is wonderful at creating systems and processes and structures for you goes into fear, they become extremely rigid. If you know yourself well enough, you can tell when you're in fear. You can tell by your behavior. You can tell by how your body feels. You can tell by what's going on for you. It doesn't mean you're a bad leader. It simply says, I've gone into fear. There may be a semi-legitimate reason to do so, and there may be no legitimate reason to do so. It could be growing faster than you imagined. So stop, take a deep breath. Look at what you need to do before you go forward. It may be that something is developed and you don't have a system available. Okay, put things on pause for 24 hours. What do you need to do? The world will not end if you put things on pause for 24 hours so that you can regroup and come back and bring out more of you into your leadership, more of your strengths, more of your knowledge, more of your wisdom. Wisdom is even far more powerful than knowledge, far more important in business than knowledge. Knowledge we can acquire. My goodness, with all of the AI systems we have out here now, we can certainly develop an immense amount of knowledge. YouTube has become the go-to dictionary we used to go to. YouTube is now the place. There are so many things out there, so much AI out there that we can go to as well to help us expand on ideas, to help us research. Wisdom, however, is something completely different. Wisdom comes because you went slow enough to learn from your own experience, or you learned from the wisdom of others and you allowed that in. In becoming more of who you are and bringing that into your leadership, you're taking the time to step back, to step out of the fears, to step out of the self sabotage, to step out of those traits you still possess and will always have, no matter whether this large or this large, that will call you to do things in the most complicated way imaginable. Welcome to humanity. But when you can recognize where you are because you took the time to step back, it absolutely changes how you lead. My most recent book is Forging Ahead by Taking a Step Back. It really is that if we're going to go ahead and succeed, we always need to be willing to take a step back. Let's reevaluate. Let's look at where we are. Let's look at where we're going. Have we stayed on purpose? Have opportunities expanded? Do we need to reassess how we're getting there, how we're utilizing those opportunities? We need to reassess what's best now, looking at all of the new changes that have come into play. That step back allows you not to react, not to go into fear. It allows you from a place of peace, a place of self-awareness, a reaffirmation of your vision, of your dream. It allows you to come back and bring so much more of who you are to your leadership. When we don't do that, we go into who we think we're supposed to be, to do what we think we're supposed to do, to get where we think we are supposed to go. None of those ever really work out. Step back. Take a deep breath. Always being open to bring more of you into your leadership. Less of your fear, which is all about self-betrayal. Less of the illusions or the outside expectations. And more in alignment with you, always in alignment with you, with who you are, how you're growing, how you're changing, how you're evolving, and how the skills you're learning and the new relationships you're developing. Because as you and your company grow, you're going to be bringing in more and more people, whether they're 1099s initially or employees, eventually perhaps board members. And how are you going to be in relationship with all of them if you're not fully present in yourself? It's really an exciting adventure. I have formed several companies. Each one calls you to grow in a different way. It makes life a real fun adventure. And I truly believe that's what it's meant to be. This is not meant to be a task of survival. It's meant to be a task of living, of living an adventure that is ever evolving. Have a great day.